do these topics because they are so needed. And I'm doing it on the basis of what is happening today and what we're experiencing. Why do hurt people hurt people? You need to understand where the emotional cruelty come to, why it's an intentional trigger, why they are inconsistent. The truth is, people who are deeply hurt often act out this way from unresolved pain, from not probably being loved. So today I'm going to break down the real reason hurt people hurt people. You got to understand this. And I'm going to give you this information because you got to recognize the warning signs early. And this is what is so important. You have to understand how to protect yourself from people that want to hurt you. And I did a talk on this and about wicked and evil people. And you have to understand this so you don't become collateral damage. And this is why I'm talking about these type of talks, because so many people are dealing with trauma today and dealing with people who hurt them. So I hope with this talk that you're going to stay tuned all the way and get all these ways that I'm going to give you. I'm going to probably just give you maybe 7 ways. Again, there's going to be more. This is just a subject I'm talking about that you got to understand, so you can better deal with people that are in your life. Because if you don't recognize people who are this way, then you're leading yourself into relationships that are not going to be good for you. Or you're in a relationship that you knowingly know you should move on and end it. So I hope this is going to help you. So thank you for joining you with Love, Dr. Pamela. Thank you for being a part as we do another talk that's going to help you on the journey of finding a mate, keep a mate, enhance the relationships that you're already in. So thank you for being a part. I appreciate the comments. I really love the comments. And I do my best to comment to them and I'm gonna do, and it's me commenting. I'm telling you I'm commenting. So appreciate it and continue to subscribe. I appreciate it. I really, truly, truly appreciate it. So let's get right into this, because this is about hurt people hurting people. And I don't think nobody really talks about the things that I'm trying to bring you. You get a few people, but this I'm trying to get you to understand what you are truly dealing with in life with people in relationships. And a lot of things it comes from, but you don't really think about it because sometimes you think that you are capable of fixing. So let's go into some of these main reasons I found to be what causes people to hurt you. One is, it's about the childhood trauma. It's always going to be most people that have characters, flawed behavior are usually based on some type of childhood trauma that they learned from. Because we talk about this, sometimes it comes from being criticized. It could be instability. It could be neglect. And so pain feels normal to them. And this is why they want to hurt you, because it's normal for them. They will overact to small issues. They shut down emotionally. They accuse you of things you did not do. So they're going to always do that. And you have to really, really pay attention to this. You're not their parent, so you're not going to be able to fix the inner child. They have to get therapy. Your goal is looking for a healthy partner so that you can self-heal within that relationship. Don't try to heal somebody that you normally know you're incapable of doing. Don't try to do that. Another one, number 2, of fear of abandonment. A lot of times people fear being abandoned, and they believe if they hurt you on the basis of themselves, they're trying to protect from being left. And so they want to hurt you, and they start accusing you of things. They become jealous, and they have a jealousy rate. They become emotional distant, right after they've gotten close to you. And that's all on the basis of fear of abandonment. And so you have to just be aware so that you don't reward them sabotaging you, because that's what they're doing. They're trying to sabotage your reassurance to care for them, and this is why they become jealous. And that's what that part is. You just have to set your emotional feeling in a place where you're not going to require somebody to treat you a certain way. Okay. Number three, they control your survival mechanism. Okay. It's all about controlling. And so the control makes them feel safe. And when their internally world makes them feel unsafe, they want to be chaos. If you watch the video, and I'm going to put that at the end, to go watch my video about why people create and like to have chaos and constant chaos. And you need to pay attention to that. And they want to kind of micromanage you, because that's part of control. Micromanage your choices, your questions, your independency. They want to make you feel guilty about the decisions that you're making. And so it's very important to understand someone that's trying to fear you. How do you deal with it? Well, you have to pay attention. Is it control, or is it them just asking and trying to be in your space? Because sometimes people are, they can say things that seem controlling, but they're missing the words to not be controlling. And so sometimes they're not really necessarily being controlling. They're just maybe not speaking to you in a way that is helpful. So you just have to protect your boundaries and make sure that they don't cross that. And you just have to make sure you tell them how you feel when you feel that is trying to control you. Okay, four is that they project their own pain on you. They're always going to talk about the flaws, their guilt, their shame onto you. And you're not that person that's supposed to be accountable for how they're feeling. And you can recognize this when they accuse you of the behaviors that they're struggling with. It's your fault. And that comes from some type of pain that they have experienced. And it could be something that happened in their childhood. And we'll talk about this again. And they're going to accuse you for the way they're acting. And it's not your fault. So don't get caught up in that. What you have to do, you have to refuse accepting the accusatory. And it's my fault. The reality is stay grounded in what you're trying to project and the facts. Don't get caught up in trying to defend an accusation. You got me? Just stay grounded in the facts. Don't let it get you twisted, okay? Another one, number five, is they're not mature. They're still emotionally immature. And you are trying to entertain somebody who has lack of skill to process their emotions, and they're just acting out, and you're not able to help them. So how do you got to recognize the silent treatment, the sarcasm, the emotional punishment, that they're still trying to grow. They're still growing, and you wanting them to hurry up. They're still in their lane. So you got to let them stay in their lane. Don't try to negotiate how they are feeling and what's going on with them. Don't try to do that. They got to become an adult, and they have to learn to be an adult that can communicate. And that's what you have to express to them. Let's try to have a conversation that you and I can do better at talking. That's all you can do. Six, chaos. I talked about this all the time, and that's why I just said I'm going to put it at the end. They're addicted to chaos. Hurt people like to hurt you, and based on their chaos, they don't want peace. It's not familiar to them. They like all that drama. Chaos feel lively. It makes them feel alive. And so you have to recognize when every time something going on, they're creating drama. It's always something. It's always something. When things are at peace and calm, they come in and disrupt your world. You gotta shut that down. It's not, you don't have that kind of time to deal with somebody's chaos. They're addicted to it. So don't you participate in the chaos. You're participating. Don't participate. You have to stay calm and consistent in your world. Don't get caught up in their world. Okay? Number seven, they just have a low self-esteem. And I talk about this all the time. A lot of people have low self-esteem. And they don't believe that they deserve a healthy relationship, or either probably even deserve just to be with you. And so they have a low self-esteem and they sabotage their relationship. So you can recognize this when they try to have, self-destructive behavior or try to sabotage certain things. They're dealing with low self-esteem and they don't want you to know they have low self-esteem. So they do certain things. They'll just say like, you deserve something better than me. They say little things like that. That's a form of low self-esteem. And the only way you can deal with people with low self-esteem is that you have to believe that the action that they're taking is not real, it's just not potential yet. And that they're learning to understand themselves. Because love is not required for self-sacrifice. So don't let them put you in that place of helping them get over their low feeling. They've got to get more energetic and understanding of themselves. And there's only so much you can do. Okay? And the last one is, hurt people hurt you because when they're hurt, they're trying to prove your value. And so when they've been through something, they give off a behavior of jealousy, insecurity, like I said, low self-esteem. You just have to set your boundaries, a person that is trying to hurt you. And what I talked about, this is a difference from what I'm talking about is not on the evil side, but the wicked side. This is just somebody who's dealing with issues, emotional issues. Like I said, they have low self-esteem. They are addicted to chaos. They're just immature. They're just dealing with past pain, childhood trauma, abandonment, fear of being abandoned, and then the childhood trauma in their past. So you're just dealing with people who are not evil and wicked. They're hurt through something that they have experienced, and so they want to hurt you based on how they have experienced what they have gone through. And so the only way you can prevent somebody from doing that, you just have to walk away from somebody who's trying to repeat emotional harm, because it's mostly emotional, and you have to choose to not let somebody take you out of your place of happiness and peace. And I talk about this all the time. Don't let the chaos or their self-esteem or their immaturity take you to another place. Okay? You have to make sure that you keep your boundaries and don't explain yourself. It's unnecessary because you know what you are and what you like to do. Just walk away. Okay? So I hope the information I gave you helped you. You've been with Love Doctor. We'll be back to help you with